Hey, what's up? I'm James, James Sully. I'm from Melbourne, and I produce electronic music and pop together with my good friend um, Mook. So I've been producing for maybe about 5 years, and I've only just recently gotten to the point where I'm, pretty psyched with what I'm coming up with, and ready to start putting it out into the world. So exciting times.
Hey, I'm Mook. I'm from the northwest suburbs of Melbourne. I'm a singer-songwriter in the pop rock genre, usually. I've been doing singing and songwriting for about 3 years, and I'm a pretty impatient person, so I'm just like keen to get all of my stuff out now or ASAP.
Cool. Where did you sort of start with that singer-songwriter stuff? What was kind of the first movement of, yeah, this is what I want to do?
I had just come out of a relationship with someone that I really, really liked, but I had just dedicated so much of my life to the stuff that she was doing, and I was like really
Yeah.
enjoying myself as well. But I was like, okay, well, who am I? Like, what do I want to do? So I don't know, just took a leap. I suppose like when I was a kid, I was always watching like theater shows and stuff like that, and I was like, wow, that's so cool. Like, I wish that could be me. And then I was like, well, why isn't it me?
Yeah.
And the only reason it wasn't was because I wasn't just doing it. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna do it, and I took the leap and started singing lessons and getting my feelings out with the songs, and yeah, that was it.
Beautiful. And how about you, James? What was sort of your start to this side of life?
My parents got me into piano lessons when I was very young, back in I want to say like 2002 was when I started, right? And I took piano lessons for a few years up until high school, and then I got sick of it. I hated practicing, so I quit. And so I sort of like lost my passion for music a little bit there. But then, well, once I hit adulthood, I was like, fuck, I really wish I'd am I allowed to swear on this?
Yeah, yeah. Do whatever
Okay,
you
cool.
like.
I was like, fuck, I really wish I had continued my piano lessons. So I sort of got back into music late, and started, messing around with some electronic stuff because I got into that in my late teens.
Tell me about how this song "Ready to Lose" came together, and what was your process with that?
Em was like, hey, we need to write a song together, right? Um, and I was immediately like, fuck, I've just like had an idea come into my head. So I like came up with the bones of it, and then and M handles like the lyrical side of things, right? So she was immediately inspired by that, and I think maybe she had some lyrics existing ready to sort of like work those in together as well.
Yeah,
Um,
some ideas.
yeah, and we sort of like gradually like brought the two together, and M also like had some great ideas about chords and things like that. And we just sort of gradually fleshed it out over time. The actual process of finishing that song off took it was a long hard road. I'll
Yeah.
say that.
And then how we actually finished it was we went back to like one of our kind of like demos, I suppose, from about halfway through, and we were like, actually, this is good enough. Let's
Yeah.
just do this.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
I think that like having it be our first release meant the emotional stakes felt pretty high, so we were like, we need
Of
to get
course.
this like 100% right.
Tell me a bit about the lyrical content and what the lyrics sort of mean to you.
So the lyrics are about um, the line that I use for it is when I was, the song is about when I was trying to sleep around, but I kept falling in love with everybody. So this is after I came out of a really heavy and really gross relationship. And I think, I mean, like, I suppose we'd laugh at the idea of this one, but it's actually like, it was a really difficult time for me. Like, I think I was trying to prove to myself that I could be loved by other people. And so I was going out and sleeping around. And I had the wrong idea of what it meant to be wanted. And so, this is a song about kind of like partying and being caught up in it and just kind of like the emotions of like getting with a new person,
Yeah.
but I was always wanting more out of it. Yeah, so it's just kind of like falling in love with the idea of falling in love is kind of
Yeah.
what it's about.
And so, what was it like releasing a song in a lockdown? I know it's hard when you haven't got many releases to compare it to, but how did you find that?
How'd you
Yeah,
feel about
uh, I mean, I don't know. I think that For me personally, like putting out your first piece of music, it's important to have like realistic expectations about how well it's gonna do. And I wasn't expecting just the amount of support that we got was absolutely incredible. The effort that Em put into like marketing the song and like getting it out there was fantastic. So it was kind of like a much bigger deal to me than I thought it was going to be originally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which was kind of cool.
Was it nice to have that extra time to put into the promotion?
Yeah, I mean, because I was learning about what I was doing as I was doing it, and I was getting a lot of input from Dallas Frasca and just from researching everything online and all these YouTube videos and stuff. It was good to be able, because I can't work at the moment either, so I'm not working. It was kind of coming up to uni holidays. I just had all this time to just sit and do it, and that's kind of all I did for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So it was really good to just kind of have that space. Yeah, I guess lockdown kind of worked in our favor.
Cool. So what's next for Mook, like, and James as well? What's next for you guys?
For me personally, you know, I've got a few songs that are sort of works in progress that I'm interested in finishing off for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
I'm really interested in getting an EP out. I just want to get like heaps of music out ASAP because I feel like now that I know how to write and what I'm doing, I'm writing like really fast, and I'm like, well, and now I just have too many songs to be able. I need to get them out now, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's next to me, the EP, hopefully.
Let you go. There's a thrill to the chase. I want your embrace. You don't know how good you feel. Put your hands on my waist, pull me closer, babe. Let me pretend this is real. Long nights turn to shorter days. I'm wanting more, but you can't tell. I know we promised that we tried to hold back, but I'm ready to lose myself.